Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of 186 Baseball Talk. And our baseball tour takes us live here at First Horizon Park, the home of the Nashville Sounds, an organization that has been around forever. And I am with Chad Seeley, the Director of Communications. And Chad also happens to be a University of Whitewater Warhawk. Is that it?
That's what we are, Warhawks.
That's it.
Right.
So you and Katie Ebling, the Warhawk connection here in Tennessee, home of the guitar.
A lot of champions from Whitewater.
Yeah, especially the Division III level with football.
Yeah,
a
lot of sports.
Oh yeah,
Basketball, baseball. Yeah.
Unbelievable. So Warhawks, go Warhawks. I'm outnumbered 2-1 here. I'm University of South Florida Bowl, but this is a Warhawk broadcast. With that said, okay, we're here to talk about Milwaukee Brewers. They were obviously here from 2005 to 14. Now they're current. Chad, tell me a little bit about the reunion. I know that Texas is here for 2 years, but maybe one for COVID, and then Oakland. But these two reunited. Why?
It's just a great partnership. There was already a built-in fan base here in Nashville that knows Milwaukee and knows a lot of players that came through here. The Ryan Braun, Prince Fielder, Corey Hart, Giovanni Gallardo. A lot of good players that came through here, and as soon as we signed the partnership again, you could see Brewers jerseys in the stands that first month. So I think there's a familiarity there. The partnership has been great. Their front office has been great to us so far, and they supply us with a lot of good players, and the team is playing well.
I'm not a math major. I'll never pretend to be, but we got Milwaukee to the second power. My goodness. Milwaukee Admirals, Nashville Predators connection there. And again, the Nashville Predators, they're really a pretty good, consistent hockey team. And the Milwaukee Admirals, in their own right, have produced some fine players too. So being a Wisconsin kid, do you ever get out to any of their hockey games at all? And what are your thoughts about the fact that you have yet a Milwaukee connection on the frozen pond?
I really enjoy going to Predators games. They put on a great show. It's entertaining. They have been good for a long time now. I think they're probably going into a little bit of a rebuild, I think, here in the next couple of years, but it happens. They had a good run there. They played in the Stanley Cup final a couple of years ago. And you're right, the Milwaukee-Nashville connection is not only in hockey, but now baseball as well.
Unbelievable. All right, we'll talk about the Milwaukee Brewers. They're having a fine year as it stands right now. The records are what they are, 66 up, 44 down, first place, National League Central. So tell me, do these sounds feed off the energy of a winning ball club? And then I'll ask a second question with that, because obviously, we know about player movement. We'll talk about the energy off a winning ball club and staying course there, Chad.
I would think so. I think, our guys in the clubhouse want to be in Milwaukee, certainly, and play in that playoff race. So you think, if you want to be a part of that, you have to earn your way up there and show that you can do it here first. So I think certainly that answer is yes. I would think that our guys probably feed off of what is happening in Milwaukee and in their quest to either get there for the first time or get there again.
Milwaukee South. How do I not mention those two words together? But let's not care. So how long of a drive is it from here to Milwaukee in Tennessee?
Probably 9 hours, 9.5, give or take. Depends on who's driving.
Yeah, well then obviously I've been tagged by a family member that I do things a little on the extreme side. And of course, if you work in Miami, the only way you cover the Marlins, Chad, is you better have cat-like reflexes to get around the I-95. Oh my goodness, I wouldn't wish that drive to Miami my worst enemy. And so if you ever come down there, I'll be more than happy to show for you. Just have a strong stomach. So, let's talk about the Milwaukee South. Oh gosh, it's unbelievable. Do you really feel at times that this is Milwaukee South, and you have a lot of Milwaukee residents that actually live in the area?
Well, I think Nashville is sort of a melting pot anyway. I think there's people from all over the place living here. There's a lot from the north and people that are getting out of cold climates and moving south. So I think we're trying to build that here. Obviously the Admirals and the Predators have that connection. This is, again, year one of the partnership again. So hopefully as we get further along into it, people will kind of expect the Brewers Sounds partnership and kind of have that together.
You're a Wisconsin hometown guy working with your Major League Baseball hometown team. You're a guy. Tell me what it's like to be in the Brewers organization, because technically you are in the Milwaukee Brewers organization. organization. I see the colors.
Yeah.
I believe are the same as the Brewers. You don't have to change up the colors.
No, we actually just did a major rebrand, so it was very well received. So I don't think there's anything coming anytime soon. It's cool, obviously, for myself. Being a Brewers fan growing up. Really, it's more importantly for me though. It's about relationships and the guys in the clubhouse and the coaching staff, and how I can help them and how they can help make my job just a little bit easier every day. And when you have that relationship and that partnership, that's the best part of being with the Brewers.
Well, and obviously being a PR guy, you have to deal with a lot of roster moves. I know that anyway. So you know who is helping your hometown team out. You really do. Tell me what it's like, Chad, to be a PR guy, knowing that you're probably going to make more roster moves at your level, to the big club, than some of the other lower levels.
Well, I think that's just part of being in AAA baseball, quite honestly, and especially a team that is not afraid to move guys up and down like the Brewers have shown. The Brewers have a record number of players this year already. We're not even in mid-August yet, so that shows how many roster moves that we've had. We've had a lot, somewhere around 160 so far this year, so it's going to keep going. Hopefully the Brewers can kind of settle in here. They're going through a little COVID issue right now, but as that kind of smooths out, then hopefully the roster movement slows down a little bit, and they have their guys ready to make a playoff push.
A couple other questions before we wrap up this. Number one, okay, knowing that you're in the Brewers organization, work for your hometown club on the AAA level, how much more exciting is it for you, more so than if you were working for another organization? For instance, you were working for another organization, but your heart is in Nashville with the Milwaukee Brewers, because let's not kid ourselves.
Well, I think it goes back to the relationships. We had a great relationship with Oakland for 4 years. A lot of great players and good guys came through here. The 2 years, really the 1 year with Texas, and even they were great partners. So, hopefully we're building something great with Milwaukee again, like we had for 10 years in the early 2000s, and we'll go from there. But yeah, it's obviously very cool for somebody from Milwaukee and a baseball fan like me.
Yeah, I drove by Herschel Greer Stadium when it was really in disarray, and I know now that we're in this palace of a ballpark that you're in, this First Horizon Park to me is a jewel. Folks, for anybody out there that's looking to come to a stadium, you talk about development around an area with condos and restaurants. This is a model. I am telling you, this is my first rodeo here. And if you don't come out to a game here in Nashville at First Horizon Park, then you've got total brain damage if you're a baseball person, because what they've done is masterful. So let's talk, with that said, Chad, Nashville is a baseball town. This is your opportunity to promote Nashville as a baseball town.
We have a great ballpark. It's no secret the ballpark opened in 2015. We've seen incredible attendance. We're leading all of minor league baseball in attendance this year by a wide margin. So it shows that people are interested in baseball in this town. I think it's part of kind of what we provide for the common fan. It's there's a saying that we throw 60 parties a year, 70 parties a year, depending on however many games we play. A lot of our fans will leave here and not know if the team won or lost, and that's okay. That says that we're doing a good job as far as entertainment, and there's always something for everybody in the ballpark.
Yeah, and it's so special for me to come here not only to the Brewers, but ironically, I'm from the Detroit area, and they're playing the Toledo Mudheads. So, you talk about the timing of my visit here in the area, why not? And of course, I work with the Marlins as well. So it's really been a wonderful experience. We do appreciate you extending your hospitality out, allowing us to be a part of this ballpark, and look forward to working with you down the road.
Absolutely.
Chad, I can't thank you very much for doing this, and I wish you nothing but the best. And I got to ask you on this final note, it has to be your dream to eventually be the PR guy for the Milwaukee Brewers, knowing that a couple guys I've worked with before, Ken Spindler and Tom Skybox, are guys that are pretty good models.
I've met Ken. He was great to me when I went up to Milwaukee once. We'll see what happens. I'm very happy in Nashville, and they take great care of us here. So we'll see what happens.
You know anything about Tom Skybox at all?
I do not, no.
Oh, I'll tell you what, he's iconic. I worked with him way back in the day when the Brewers trained in Chandler, Arizona. That guy took care of me at Casper Special. Once again, Chad, thanks a lot for the time. Folks, this is 108 Century Baseball Talk. My name is Scott Morton, off the Motor City Madmouth, in location here at beautiful Nashville, Tennessee, downtown, folks. There's more to this town than music, folks. There's great professional baseball as well. Thanks again, Chad. Thanks for being with us.